added the first round of top 64? Are you nuts?
Yeah. And by the way, I just happened to go take a quick little look at the previous history of fighting one another. In the last three sets that they played, Kiyarash was unable to take so much as a game away from Capitancito. They have never taken a set from them in their lifetime so far. So, wow, already like
One,
Capitancito definitely favored, for sure, just numbers wise.
and you definitely were talking about it as we're going to Smashville for game number 1. It makes you wonder just what the game plan is for Kiyarash in this one, as we're seeing just a little bit of a tough time. I imagine if Capitancito gets a little over aggressive, that tornado would have to be almost the great equalizer. Kiyarash really has no choice because, as you mentioned, it's just such a hard time for Luigi in
Yeah.
general for this matchup.
Yeah, in general, just like so difficult for him to land to get back onto the stage. This ledge trapping right now is so menacing. Kiyarash an amazing tech, but still going to be eating another hit. Capitancito's option coverage off stage is so menacing.
Absolutely
Wow.
not a great time, and Kiyarash not enjoying
Wow.
themselves at all. Their day might be ruined as a result of this, but gonna have to tack on as much damage as they possibly can, and already down early. This is not what Kiyarash was hoping for.
Yeah, this is already looking a little bit tough. I have to say, like Capitancito just like played that entire stock almost completely at the ledge, keeping them off. So right now Capitancito just doing a good job of once again just keeping Kiyarash away. Like they just can't find a way in.
Capitancito, this absolute ace, man. Just firing away, keeping him at distance, and catching him with these bombs. It's an impressive showing thus far, and Kiyarash simply unable to take this stock. I have to say, for all the things that we say about the setup abilities of Capitancito and the option selection, I mean, their defensive play just about as impressive.
Ooh, Kiyarash getting a little bit too aggressive, rolling in with a really unsafe option. They're just fishing for these kills right now. And just barely making it back to the ledge, but it doesn't stop. Capitancito just ledge traps again to death. Kiyarash, how do you get back to stage?
Yeah, angel platform, generally speaking. So that seems to be working for Kiyarash, although it does cost them a stock every
It does
time
cost
they
them a
do it.
stop, but hey, at least they get back onto the stage as a result.
I mean, by
So
hook or by crook, right, Dara?
not an expression I'm familiar with, but yes.
Hey, you learn
Again,
something new every day.
yeah, Stu, you always happen to throw out an expression that I haven't heard before, but always will be added to like, my collection in the future. And again, it's the same deal. Capitancito is just waiting so patiently at the ledge. They're really reactionary, always standing at roll distance. Kiyarash has got to get creative with some of these options.
I'm gonna start making some up and see if you can tell whether I made it up or not. But either way, we'll work on that after the stream. Anyway, the chops coming through. Kiyarash having to rely on those buttons, neutral airs and up airs off of the platform. Throw the drop kick in their face, why not? But yeah, this is the ledge pressure that Kiyarash has to rely upon. Capitancito has been just getting back to stage themselves a little bit more comfortably. Capitancito has been absolutely feasting with their ledge guard game. Kiyarash has yet to really establish themselves. They won't be able to make it back, going down just a little bit too deep. Capitancito will take this one and go up 1-0 in the set.
So Kiyarash definitely had the right idea with that edge guard, but they definitely just like went a little bit too deep with it. I'm really surprised that they weren't able to make that. Yeah, that's so deep into the bottom blast zone. So that entire game, you need to be making sure that you're not off stage to begin with, which is definitely no easy feat. It is the equivalent of telling somebody don't get hit. But it kind of boils down to that sometimes, just because like Kiyarash just keeps getting put in these offstage scenarios. Capitancito ledge traps, either deal 70% or just ledge traps to death. I'm kind of stumped for Kiyarash. This just seems tough.
I mean, it's just a rough proposition in general. That dash attack, you have to get that to clean it up, and especially at 169%. You really don't want them living that long in general, but yeah, Kiyarash had to dedicate so much to that ledge guard. And on top of that, Capitancito not even giving him the courtesy of going down for that second stock. You know you're not going to get that that satisfaction from me. Yeah. So Kiyarash, this Luigi, I mean, you gotta wonder if, as offline is going to maybe take a back seat, or excuse me, online is going to take a back seat if offline events come back. Where does that leave Kiyarash? Because especially if what
Yep.
we're reading is true, they are from Los Angeles, California. That's a pretty rough region to be in. Some really stiff competition out there. It gives anyone a run for their money, quite frankly. I mean, it really is going to, put to the test just how much they have learned in the online era, and no one's testing them farther, or really more frequently, it seems, than Capitancito himself.
Yeah, the biggest thing is reaction-based ledge trapping is something that's a little bit more difficult on Wi-Fi. At the end of the day, it changes like how you consider your boost ranges, how some 50/50s are set up. It's really going to be changing a lot back to how it was before pre-Wi-Fi. There's a huge discussion to be had about that. Something that definitely can't be tackled within seconds. But anyways, game number 2 going to be opting for Callus, and again, Capitancito controlling the stage. Ooh. Kiyarash making it back on and actually fighting his way past the ledge for what seems to be the first time.
And that could just be what the doctor ordered. Kiyarash, I mean, any way that they can make it back into this game is certainly going to be more than appreciated on their end, as Capitancito, well, just having a hard time pinning down Kiyarash at the moment. Those bombs that were so well placed before, just not finding the mark now. Kiyarash is going to air dodge past the charge shot, and again, this is where Capitancito is going to get their feast on. Is at the ledge. Kiyarash keeps getting hit and sent back to the stage. I mean, control of the middle is going to be so key for Kiyarash, but it's just not happening for them right now. They keep getting blown up, Dara!
They're not holding center stage in an aggressive way, and I feel like a lot of Kiyarash's, some of the options are a little bit mistimed, it seems. They're always a little bit too late with throwing out some attacks, and they end up running into some projectiles that Capitancito has, or instead of always moving around the projectiles, we see Kiyarash opt to shield them a lot of the time. Jeez, Kiyarash has got to find some creative ways to get off the ledge, because they keep on going in like that. Capitancito is ready for it each time and punishes it accordingly.
And doing so pretty effectively. However, Kiyarash doing well to keep it close. They're going to take the first stock off of Capitancito. This meat gunner from the Dominican Republic. I mean, you talk about one of the regions that have been showing out in recent weeks on Wi-Fi. I mean, Capitancito alongside Sonics leading the charge makes you wonder just what else this region has to offer. But Capitancito trying to frustrate Kiyarash into a Game 2 loss. Kalos, you would think that it would benefit a meat gunner, right? But Kiyarash keeping this one close.
Yeah, a lot of flat space like this and a lot of like space to at least move around the projectiles is definitely helping them out, because it kind of seemed on Smashville they got smothered a little bit. That is going to be the down throw into the up B. Great catch on the DI drift. It's a bit of an execution test on Luigi's part, but Kiyarash is just so comfortable being able to land it.
I mean, Kiyarash does not miss that all that often. They have been frustrating opponents for quite some time, in quite infamous ways, in fact. But Kiyarash, no matter what you might think of them, you can't imagine that their playstyle can be described as anything other than effective. Capitancito, though, speaking of effective, talk about this ledge guard. Just been feasting on Kiyarash's stocks, and again, those missiles. Luigi blocking them with the face. That's not
Kiyarash not have their double jump. I'm not really sure why they... I'm not really sure what happened there so far off the stage. But just like that, Capitancito has reasserted the lead for themselves. Kiyarash, that time making use out of the Cyclone just as a means to be able to find that landing. It is such an important tool to be escaping juggles with.
And now, Capitancito sitting at the ledge. Yet again, Kiyarash not able to get back, and the charge shot to finish it off. In what other way would Capitancito finish that one off, Dara? Classic me gunner stuff.
Classic me